All right. G'day everyone. We've tried doing this live before, so this is take number 3. And this is the CJ Rubric Daily Series 1, Episode 4. And today I've got Sandy with us. Hey, Sandy.
Hey.
And Sandy and I have been working together for about 5 years off and on. And it all started ages ago when I went to her house and I was a mobile PT. And I trained her at her house. And then she come trained with a friend of ours, Kath. We trained at her house as well. And then we started into a gym. And it's gradually just built up from there. And now you're doing the online program.
Yep.
All right, cool. So, Sandy, tell the listeners or the viewers a little bit about you, who you are, where you're from, what you do for work, and your life.
All right. Well, I live out in Taguna with my husband and my 3-year-old son, and I work with kids at a local preschool. I work part-time. I went back part-time after having my son, and that's about it. I have a shift working husband, so
Yeah.
it's a problem in our house all the time. So, yeah.
Cool. So, what was the biggest problem you had in your eyes when you started looking to get stronger, fitter, healthier? What was the big problem you wanted to have to answer or to fix?
Just really where to start.
Yep.
Um, you kind of do bits and pieces, but yeah, just really where to start and what would be best for me. Um, I'm not
Oh.
really a runner, I don't do a lot of huffing and puffing. I like
Yep.
lifting heavy things. So to me, it was just basically where to start.
Yeah, cool. So, and then what was your overall goal? What did you want to, why did you start? What was the big why?
I just wanted to be healthy and strong. I wasn't so much worried about what the scale said. Just wanted to be healthy and strong and to keep moving, like the whole use it or lose it kind of thing, I guess.
Yeah,
Um, mm.
cool. All right, so when we started working together, what was it that you needed from me back then? Like, why did we start together, and what were you looking to achieve back then?
We were actually starting to we'd been doing fertility treatment for quite some time, and all the artificial medication was really affecting my body. So I just really was looking for someone to come in and tell me what to do and push me to do things to make my body healthy so I could be more receptive to that kind of thing as well.
Yeah,
I was
cool.
going to the gym and I was doing all that, but that was under my steam and I was getting quite tired from it all. So I just needed someone to come in and, like poke me along and push me and tell me what to do.
Yeah, and I remember at that time too, there was really cool story about when you went through that treatment and what happened towards the end of that treatment. You want to share that story?
Mm. Yeah, we had no luck and we'd been going for quite a while. And
Was it 4 rounds?
yeah, 4 rounds of IVF
Yep.
and nothing was working. And I basically I'm just done with this emotionally and physically thing. So I just gave up and we started training with you. And then I have a 3-year-old son naturally. So
The cool thing was is like the stage where you went, F it, I've had enough. You went out and bought a car, went out and bought a couch, which is kind of
yeah,
cool, and then you got pregnant, like straight away, like pretty much almost within a month period or something, wasn't it?
yeah. And I was, yeah, training with you just was a great distraction.
Yeah, which
We
was
had
cool.
flipping tires, flipping ropes, doing all that sort of stuff. And it was a really big distraction for me. And
Yeah,
I think for my body too. So
I think
it's
at
all
the
your fault.
time it was good to sort of we just did things that didn't take a lot of thought, but you were able just to keep moving for the whole hour we were training together, which was good.
Yeah. Mm.
All right, so fast forwarding to now, what are the obstacles and things you're trying to overcome now with your strength, fitness, and health?
Um, I find putting my training a priority
Yeah, yeah.
of a hazard. I have that parent guilt,
Yep.
um, and I feel stuck
Yep.
a lot of the time. Keep it moving, and just energy too. The lack of
Yeah.
sleep, being a parent. That's
Yes, I can vouch with you on that one. This guy's been crazy. Ah. So, how have we helped you? Like, how's the CJ help Rubric helped you the last year that we've been doing the online stuff? How has it been helping you to show up and be the best version of yourself?
It sort of reprogrammed my idea about adding movement into the day. Before I have to get to the gym, I have to do this for an hour, and it took so much time out of my day, and I just don't have that, and most parents don't. That's fine if people want to go to the gym and to do that, but it just didn't work for me and our family. So by adding the shorter movement snacks in and not slugging my guts out at a gym, and I was able to do it at home, that has really helped me to do something every day.
Yeah.
Whether it's a big thing or a little thing, we're lucky enough to have equipment here that we've built up over the years. We've got weights and a few random kettlebells and things, so I'm still able to do things every day.
Yeah. And you've got your phrase, the do what you can with what you got right now sort of thing. That's just showing up and doing whatever it is you can at the time with whatever tool you've got. Like even, I think, did you the one who come out into the group and said that you can even just use a bag of potatoes or a bag of rice to do your exercises with?
Yeah, or a bag of sand from Bunnings. Like
Yeah.
that sort of stuff. Once you want to add any weight to it.
Which is super cool, especially we have this idea that we need to have the right equipment and the perfect stuff, which helps with motivation when you get those things. But to get the job done, you can, like even the rock workout you've done as well, when you just grabbed the rock and went for it. Those kinds of things are awesome. So talk about the other goal you've got, which is you want to reach the 100-kilo deadlift goal. What excites you about that one?
Oh, I just want to. It's taking me a lot longer than it probably should, but it's just something that I want to achieve. I've seen other clients of yours do it, and I just thought maybe I could do it.
Yeah. And like,
go.
You definitely will. And it'll take whatever amount your body takes to want to do it. It's sort of the perfect amount. How long it takes to get there is the right amount for you, which is good. All right, so let's go on to what are the things you have achieved since we've been working together? What are some big moments, aha moments you've had since we've been working together?
I
reckon that. Yeah, you go. Sorry.
You go.
Yeah, you're right.
Just my headspace has improved a great deal.
Yeah.
And I've actually, it's taken me all this time and working with you, I guess, but I actually enjoy it.
Yeah.
I like the feeling
Cool.
of moving. You've nagged me enough that I actually get out to it. And I've embraced the kettlebell after all your years of encouraging me to do that. So I find, and it's not like just to do the little things.
Yeah.
I never thought that I was satisfied with that, just to do little bits and pieces through the day. So I find that really like an aha moment, like, oh, I can do it.
Yeah, cool.
I don't have to do all this huge stuff. So, and then to change it, like I'm quite sore from some lunges I did yesterday. I don't normally do lunges, but I'm quite sore in my squishy bits today. I'll do something else. So
yeah,
it's given the motivation and I guess the knowledge over the last year to train myself.
Yep.
At home.
Yeah, awesome. And it's sort of, you're also one of the people who got through the 60 days of PLP. You want to talk about that? What, in your words, what did you like about PLP? What excited you about, well, maybe not excited you about doing it, but what did you feel was the benefit from it?
I didn't have to think about it.
Yeah.
My son was just not being terribly helpful in life, so it just gave me, I didn't have to think about it.
Yeah, you just show up and do the reps, and that's it.
As long as I got that done, and if I couldn't get anything else done in the day, then that was it. That was done.
Yeah.
And it sort of got to about day 50, and I admit I was over it. But
yeah, it's hard by that stage.
I wanted to get to the 60 just to see if I could do it, and I did it. So.
And there's a lot of people get to day 30, but not a lot of people get past 30 and get to 60. So that's massive kudos for you for that one. All right, so the other one I wanted to talk to you about was the sleep habit you've been doing, which has been really cool, is the turning the screens off 1 to 3 hours before going to bed. What have you liked about that?
I just like it's quieter in the house.
Yeah.
Often nights, so it's just me and my 3-year-old, and he's not quiet. So by eliminating the TV and the noise, I found it's more settling. And we actually spend that time playing and just hanging out and, doing random things like feeding the dog and all that. And then he'll go off to bed a lot easier.
Yep.
And now it has become a habit.
Yeah, that's awesome.
7 o'clock and he'll say, "Tell you off, Mum, let's play cars." So it's kind of worked.
That's so cool. That is so cool.
And I never thought it would really take, to be honest. I just thought I'd give it a go. But yeah, it's really worked and we've kept it up. So.
It's kind of one of those things like I was talking about with somebody else, and we were saying like the TV is a good stress reliever for adults when you got kids, but usually it's like 15 minutes or something, and then you get the benefit, and after that it starts going away, and you start getting into a stress state again because you're just vegging out and not really focusing on anything. And when, like you just said, you get that quality time with your kids again. So it's getting that focused play. And even in, like we talk about in the coaching group, we go for 5 minutes to start with to get focused play with your kid. That's like a good piggyback habit. You can do the no screens and the focus play with the kid just happens because of it. Yeah. And I think every parent would say this, would be like, you'd be happy having more quality time with your kids when it's focused and it's fun and there's no other distractions, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. Well, it's only about an hour or something before I try to get him into bed, but
yeah,
it's quieter in the house. It's just less noise.
Yeah, cool. All right, so what's been the biggest change in your life? What's any massive changes that have happened to you since we've been working together that people might get some knowledge from, and knowing that if they try to do the same thing, they could potentially get the same goal?
Just to keep going.
Yeah.
And just to start. Like
yes.
Earlier, you don't need all the big fancy pants equipment. You can just use your body weight.
Yeah, exactly.
Just to start.
And making it easy to start.
Yeah.
So like PLP, 1 rep, and that's it. You move on to the next day. Yeah,
and not getting, it's hard not to with the world of social media, like getting swept up in all the hoo-ha. Like the approach to movement and everything, I find from you, the no fluff or bullshit approach, I call it.
Yeah.
I find it.
I like that.
Because it does eliminate all the stuff of do this and warm up and do whatever.
Yeah.
And that works for us really well.
Yeah, because like being a busy parent, it's just you can't get all the what they call the ideal workouts in. It just doesn't really happen. You don't have that space of time. Yeah, you could find the time, but maybe you want to spend the time with your kids, and maybe you want to be doing other things. So doing the bare minimum is good, which is like PLP, which is what you nail all the time, is doing the bare minimum you need to do to show up every day, which is cool.
I think if you've got to adjust too much of your life to do it, you're not going to be able to maintain it.
Yes, that's such a good point. Like if it's asking that question is, can you see yourself doing this 20 years from now, doing the same thing? And if you don't see yourself doing that, then it's probably not going to be sustainable, and you probably won't do it long term.
Yeah.
All right, quick fire round. So, pretend you're in a red light. What would your red light movement habit be? So, give people an idea of what your default habit is when you're in the most stressed day of your life. What would you do for movement?
Other than drink coffee.
Yeah. Yes. Arm curls with coffee mugs.
Bloody hell.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's perfect. Perfect red light exercise. And we probably don't do enough of it either, so it's awesome. Alright, nutrition. Theo's getting all vocal here. Nutrition, what are you going to do nutritionally on a red light day? What would your default habits be? Or try to be? To try and keep you on the same path that you want to go to. What do you think? Yes. So frozen veggies.
Just throw in the pot stuff and eggs.
Yeah.
Really easy stuff. And if it's really not working, I'll have I'm a big fan of the whole smoothie thing, so I'll have a smoothie and I'll have everything I need in that. Yeah,
that's awesome. So basically getting your protein, fats, veggies in the simplest way possible by having things pre-prepared or frozen, and you just throw it together and get it done in like a 5-minute meal.
Yeah.
So you're still ticking the box, and you can go on about doing whatever you need to do to get yourself out of the red zone.
Because I'm quite lazy when it comes to cooking, so if it's all there, I
Don't
can
mind.
just do it without having to think too hard.
Yeah, and it's kind of doing that too will, if you are in a red zone, will give you a better chance of getting out of it the next day. Typically, what a lot of people do when they're in the red zone, they go for emotional foods, which is like the chocolates, and for me, it's pizza and things like that. As good as you feel immediately eating it, you still end up in the red zone the next day, and it could prolong that time you're stressed out. So the way that habit's awesome because it'll help you get out of it quicker. So red light re-energize habits. So these are those movement play habits. What is your number one habit to give you more energy in a red light zone? What would you do?
Mm. Probably just, again, I like just being outside.
Yeah, getting outside
Um,
for a walk and just
Getting
being
outside.
mindful, I guess.
Yeah, and I just, like, I try to focus just on the noises that I can hear and just to try and bring myself back, I guess, ground myself a little bit.
Yeah, that's cool. Being more present.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
No, that's awesome. So you do pretty much, if you're a red light zone, you can get your stuff in from a walk, and you're going to get your mindfulness and presence back during the walk. So that's piggybacking each other, and just having things prepped or frozen things so that you can just throw together for meals. So
Mm.
that's awesome. They're all things that you can get done within like 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes. Then that's an ideal red light. That's perfect. All right, super excited. All right, so what would you tell people if they were thinking about a busy parent struggling to make change? What would you say to them about how we do things at the CJ Rubric? Say if it was one of your
Uh,
best friends and they're struggling to get this stuff done themselves. What advice would you give them?
again, just to start, but also what I like about the programs that you set out and the way that your approach to it is you make the client accountable. We don't have to fit in with a program or an eating plan. It comes back to us and you're
Yep.
just the support. So
Yeah.
that's what that's my encouragement is it will fit in with whatever carnage is happening in the world of parenting. It will, and it is flexible because we choose what we want to work on and
Yeah.
then you give us backup and the support for that.
Yeah, cool. So it's because you guys are the experts on how to fit this stuff into your life because you're the only ones that know what your life is like. And what we do at the CJ River is just give you tools and you pick and choose the ones that suit you right now
Yep.
to fit it in.
And if it's not working, then it changes to fit in with whatever's happening. So,
Yeah.
it's not like a 6-week program, do this every day at this time, eat this. It does. It's flexible enough to fit in with us, and that's what I like. It makes us accountable.
Yeah. That's good. And I
You
think
too.
I think the support group too has been the big thing for you. Like you've had Bonnie as
Yeah,
well, and just
yeah.
definitely finding if you can't do a coaching program with me or with anybody else, find a friend who's a good support crew who will
Mm,
help you show up and do the things that are important. Because
yeah,
as long as you're doing something, it's good. And it's just as long as you can do that something continuously long term, and then you will get the results. But yeah,
yeah. Mm.
is there anything else you'd like to share?
Anything else you think?
Nah, it's all good. That was really good. So
Well,
thanks for coming on the live chat, the video chat, and I'll throw this up on Facebook and you can share it around to your friends and everything. But that was really good. Thank you.
right, thanks. I'll promise to work my phone better next time.
That's all right.
Mm,
See
all
ya.
right.